Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and instantly changes the energy without even speaking a word? Maybe they make everyone feel calm, or they bring a quiet sense of confidence that others naturally respect. That is the silent power of emotional intelligence. Today, in this coaching session, we are going to explore 7 subtle behaviors that most people overlook, but instantly reveal high emotional intelligence. And here's the truth: if you master these behaviors, you will transform the way people see you, the way you build trust, and the way you succeed in life. So let's begin our journey into the world of emotional intelligence. The first subtle behavior is the ability to read the room without anyone having to explain what's going on. People with high EQ have trained themselves to pay attention to energy, tone, body language, and even silence. Before they speak, they observe. Before they react, they listen. And because of this, they instantly know if the atmosphere is tense, joyful, or heavy. If you want to practice this, I encourage you to slow down when you enter a new space. Watch how people sit, how they talk, and how they respond to one another. You'll be amazed how much information is available without words. The second subtle behavior is staying calm under pressure. Imagine a moment when everyone around you panics, voices are rising, and decisions feel rushed. A person with high emotional intelligence doesn't lose control. They don't deny their emotions, but they regulate them. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, they take a pause, breathe, and choose their response. A simple breathing exercise can help you here. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. It may sound small, but in high-stress situations, this one tool gives you back control of your mind and emotions. The third behavior is confidence without arrogance. We all know people who feel the need to dominate every conversation, brag about every achievement, or show off constantly. That is not emotional intelligence. True confidence is quiet. It is steady eye contact, relaxed shoulders, calm body language, and a voice that doesn't rush. People with high EQ don't need to prove themselves. Their presence does it for them. If you want to build this, start practicing speaking less and listening more. When you do speak, keep your tone calm and measured. Remember, confidence is not about volume. It's about presence. The fourth behavior is how emotionally intelligent people handle conflict. They don't avoid it, and they don't add unnecessary drama. Instead of attacking, blaming, or raising their voice, they ask questions. They clarify misunderstandings. They seek solutions, not victories. If you want to try this, the next time someone disagrees with you, don't say, "You're wrong." Instead, say, "Help me understand your point of view." That one shift lowers defenses and opens the door to a real solution. The fifth behavior is knowing the difference between regulating and suppressing emotions. Suppression means ignoring your feelings, pushing them down, and pretending they don't exist. The problem is that suppressed emotions always come back, sometimes explosively. Regulation is different. Regulation means acknowledging your emotions and then guiding them in a healthy way. One simple exercise is writing your feelings down in a journal. Research shows that simply naming your emotions reduces their intensity by up to 50%. So instead of bottling it up, learn to label it and then decide how to act. The sixth behavior is building trust without over-explaining yourself. People with high EQ know that trust doesn't come from talking more, it comes from doing more. They don't justify every decision. They don't beg for approval, and they don't overshare. Instead, they quietly follow through on their commitments. Over time, their actions speak louder than their words, and people naturally begin to trust them. If you want to practice this, try saying less the next time you make a commitment, and then focus on delivering more. The seventh subtle behavior is emotional awareness in others. People with high EQ can sense when someone is uncomfortable, sad, or stressed, even if that person never says a word. This doesn't happen by magic. It happens because they pay attention. They notice micro expressions, tone shifts, and posture, and then they ask gently, "How are you feeling?" This habit of noticing and checking in creates deep trust and stronger bonds with everyone around them. So let's recap what we've covered so far. Emotionally intelligent people can read the room, stay calm under pressure, display quiet confidence, handle conflict with wisdom, regulate emotions instead of suppressing them, build trust without over-explaining, and remain aware of other people's emotions. These aren't flashy skills, they're subtle, but they change everything. And in the next part, we will continue with more powerful behaviors that set high EQ people apart, including one skill that almost guarantees success in both your personal and professional life. So stay with me, because part 2 is going to take this even deeper. Welcome back. In DAI, we explored the first set of subtle behaviors that reveal high emotional intelligence: how to read the room, stay calm under pressure, show quiet confidence, handle conflict wisely, regulate emotions, build trust, and sense the emotions of others. Now in part 2, we're going to take this journey even deeper. These next behaviors will show you exactly how emotionally intelligent people stand out in every area of life. And if you practice these, you'll notice a powerful shift, not only in how people respond to you, but also in how you feel about yourself. Let's begin. The 8th subtle behavior of emotionally intelligent people is the art of listening without interrupting. In today's world, everyone is in a rush to speak, to share their opinion, to be heard. But emotionally intelligent people do something different. They pause, they listen, and they give their full attention without planning their response while the other person is still talking. This makes the other person feel valued and respected. If you want to master this, practice listening until the other person fully finishes. Then wait 2 seconds before you respond. That small pause shows you are thoughtful and fully present. The 9th behavior is knowing how to apologize sincerely. Most people struggle with apologies. They either defend themselves, shift the blame, or say, "I'm sorry if you felt that way," which is not an apology at all. People with high EQ take responsibility. They say, "I was wrong. I understand how that hurt you, and I will do better." A real apology doesn't weaken you. It strengthens your relationships and shows courage. The ability to own your mistakes is one of the clearest signs of emotional maturity. The 10th behavior is setting boundaries without guilt. High EQ individuals understand that saying yes to everything leads to stress, burnout, and even resentment. They know that a polite but firm no is better than a resentful yes. They value their time, energy, and mental health, and they communicate boundaries clearly but respectfully. If you want to practice this, try saying, "I appreciate you asking me, but I won't be able to take that on right now." Simple, respectful, and firm. That's how boundaries protect both you and your relationships. The 11th behavior is showing gratitude in small but meaningful ways. Emotionally intelligent people understand that appreciation is fuel for relationships. They don't wait for grand moments. They express gratitude for the little things: someone's effort, someone's kindness, or simply their presence. And because of this, people feel valued around them. If you want to build this habit, take 1 minute every day to tell someone, "I really appreciate what you did." It's small, but it builds connections that last. The 12th behavior is self-awareness. People with high emotional intelligence take time to reflect on their actions, their choices, and their feelings. They don't just live on autopilot. They ask themselves, "Why did I react that way? What triggered me? How can I handle it better next time?" This habit of reflection creates growth. A simple way to practice self-awareness is to journal at the end of the day. Write one thing you did well and one thing you can improve. Over time, this habit makes you more grounded, clear, and intentional. The 13th behavior is giving feedback with empathy. Most people give feedback harshly, leaving others defensive. But emotionally intelligent people understand how to deliver truth with kindness. Instead of saying, "You messed up," they might say, "I noticed this area could improve, and here's how we can work on it together." The goal is not to shame, but to build. This style of feedback strengthens both trust and performance. Remember, how you say something is just as important as what you say. The 14th behavior is optimism in difficult times. Emotionally intelligent people are not blindly positive. They don't deny reality. But even in struggle, they focus on solutions, opportunities, and hope. This doesn't just help them, it inspires everyone around them. Think of it this way. In a storm, one person panicking spreads fear, but one person staying calm and hopeful spreads strength. You can be that person when you choose optimism. The 15th behavior is adaptability. Life changes, people change, and circumstances are unpredictable. High EQ people don't cling to rigid expectations. They adjust, they flow, they accept change instead of fighting it endlessly. When something unexpected happens, they ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I move forward?" That flexible mindset makes them strong in situations that break others down. And finally, the 16th and perhaps most powerful behavior is practicing empathy daily. Empathy is not just understanding someone's feelings, it is making them feel understood. Emotionally intelligent people put themselves in others' shoes. They validate emotions, and they show compassion. Empathy is what creates deep bonds, trust, and connection in every part of life. If you want to practice this, start by acknowledging feelings before solutions. For example, instead of jumping to fix someone's problem, first say, "I can see this is really hard for you." That small act of empathy can change everything. So let's recap part 2. Emotionally intelligent people listen deeply, apologize sincerely, set boundaries without guilt, show gratitude often, reflect with self-awareness, give feedback with empathy, remain optimistic in hard times, adapt to change, and practice empathy every single day. These subtle behaviors may seem simple, but together they create a presence that is magnetic, trustworthy, and inspiring. Now, here's the key message I want to leave you with. Emotional intelligence is not something you are born with. It is something you practice. Every day you have opportunities to regulate your emotions, connect with others, and grow stronger in how you show up. And the more you practice, the more naturally it becomes a part of you. So I challenge you. Choose one behavior from today's session and practice it this week. Notice how it changes the way people respond to you. Notice how it changes the way you feel about yourself. Because at the end of the day, emotional intelligence is not about impressing others. It is about becoming the best version of yourself, and for the people you care about. If this video added value to your life, hit the like button and subscribe for more powerful self-growth content.